Hello, Soul Family. My name is Geeta, and welcome to your live readings. If you'd like to get a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. If you're watching this on playback, please make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you're notified the moment I go live so you don't miss out on any future readings. If you would not like to have your reading done publicly, I do have private options. I have FaceTime readings where you can schedule those. I usually, I have my schedule is kind of more open now. So just let me know what time might be good for you, other than when my daughter's, and you do it while she's in school, after, whatever. She's 8, but yeah. So just like contact me, let me know. But we can always schedule a FaceTime reading. Also, and that's 111 hour, 65 for 30 minutes. If you don't want to have it. Hey Hugo, how are you doing? And then I also have Instagram readings where they're exact same price as what is on here. And then I also have like YouTube readings. So there's a lot of reading options all in the video description to have it done privately. Hey Bertona, how are you doing? I'm good, thank you. Okay, and you didn't get protection kennel this time, but you might be all right, because your protection kennel is supposed to stop you from getting anything, but it doesn't. Like if they do it more than once, I think I did check, and you're not like in a jar or anything. Awesome, Hugo. Okay, do you just let me know what you want to ask or whatever, what you want to do. You can always just get quick readings. You don't have to get full readings if you just want to know, like, if you got something on you or something. And then I will be doing the full moon service. Well, I'm glad to see you here, Hugo. I'm glad that you're getting somewhere financially. I really hope that you're very successful in the drive for Amazon, and I hope that goes really well for you. That actually sounds pretty good for you. Talk to you later, Hugo. Model Maven. I know your name. What is your name? Haven. How are you doing? Is that Haven? Thank you for letting me know, Hugo. I love to hear about when your guys are doing well. And thank you everybody for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. When you help me out, it really helps me. When you guys hit the like button and stuff like that, or even share it or anything like that, it just helps me immensely. I really appreciate it. Yep, Haven. She sent me. I know your name. Sometimes you guys don't come in like all the time. I don't always remember like the different, like your names versus your screen names. All right, Haven, you did yours just in time because you're actually first, and all you have is a quick reading, so that's good. And then we have Katarina with a regular reading. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Go ahead. You can go ahead and post your question, Haven. Actually, while you're doing that, I need to share this video. I do have a donation from Batona. don't really like birds. It's just the camera quality. I'm getting there. It's like all these little steps I gotta take. All right, I got it. I got it. There's me right there on the tab. Turn it red. I believe a regular reading. All right. Will Haven be in a relationship with Sam in the future? Like a romantic, committed relationship? Let's find out. Please tell me, will Sam and Haven be in a romantic, committed relationship? Yes or no? Will Sam and Haven be in a romantic, committed relationship? Yes or no? Will Sam and Haven be in a romantic, committed relationship? Yes or no? Will Sam and Haven be in a romantic, committed relationship? Will Sam and Haven be in a romantic, committed relationship? Yes or no? Will Sam and Haven be in a romantic, committed relationship? Yes or no? Let's see, and it says yes. It says yes. You got 3 up, 2 down. Let's see, he's a Cancer. Okay. This is him. I feel like that he's being apprehensive about making a decision for the long term, but obviously he does eventually do it. I'm seeing him giving you an offer, making some kind of choice in love. I don't know, there could be a third party situation or just could be about you guys being friends or more. All right, 9 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles, Strength reversed. The 10 of Wands. 8 of Cups reversed. King of Pentacles. Justice reversed. I'm going to have to really look at this. This is saying something. 9 of Wands reversed. 5 of Wands reversed. The Sun. The Sun means yes. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. He's weighing his options. And he's not feeling strong enough in a way, or he could be fearful. It's weighing very heavily on. There's something that he's having a hard time walking away from because he's worried about there being an injustice. But it's saying that he eventually will just like give up on whatever he's afraid to walk away from, which I don't think it's you that he's afraid to walk away from. It's something else. And he's going to come out of conflict and he's going to make a decision. Yeah. That's what it says. Alright, if you'd like to have a reading, please read the video description below. Hey Sandy, how are you doing? Hey JJ. What happened? Did you... you know, I don't have any donations from you, Sandy. I also don't have any donations from JJ. So once I receive your donation, I will add you to the list. All right, so now it is Katarina's turn. Go ahead and post your question, Katarina. Katarina has a regular reading. Please read the video description if you would like to have a reading. Angel messages reading. Thank you everybody for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. All right. What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? All right, on the bottom, we have trouble with family is coming. This is the affecting reading. The energy that is affecting this. I mean, it says just say yes. We have financial loss. Take care. We have you are protected and divinely directed. And family issues need healing. So that's 2 times it's emphasizing issues with family. And then we have you have wandered off your path. Oh, great. That's not what Katarina needs to hear right now. Oh my God. All right. We have difficulty around money is coming. That's 2 things talking about money issues. We're going to try to find out what that's about. We have how many times do we have to save your life? Oh, Lord. have faith, everything will work out. Trust us. There could be issues with you not having faith and being protected. So you're probably in a fearful state. What they mean by that is like when you're afraid, you're like that means that's a sign that you do not trust the angels, you don't trust the universe, that everything that you don't believe that, whatever you're vibrating is what you're going to attract, and therefore, I mean, because you're fearful, you attract. It's like a self-fulfilled prophecy. So like you're going to attract whatever you're fearing. That's what's going to happen. So then it becomes this, like, everything that you thought was going to happen happens because you predicted that would happen, and therefore you manifested it. So it's like really important to say positive things, to do positive things. But when you are in a fearful state, you're not in a state of trusting the universe. And when you don't trust the universe, you're not open to receiving. And that's going to cause difficulties around money and God knows what else. All right, so then we have a new beginning is coming. We have they are lying to you. So if someone's lying to you, we have to clarify that. Then we have the end is near. I'm hearing something maybe about a tough cycle. I'll clarify that too. And then the lesson that you're currently trying to learn is self-mastery. I have told you that this is what you're supposed to be doing. And as I said, it has a lot to do with your purpose and your purpose in law. So I think you know that. But so I need... All right, I'm going to do this one. This one, I think. Someone's lying to you. New beginning. The end. Just say yes. Part of you is like, you have wandered off your path, but I already know what you're doing that is causing you to wander off your path. I don't have to clarify it. It's more important to figure out these other things. So, all right. The trouble with failing is something that needs to be healed, so I'm going to clarify that versus the one that says trouble. All right. You got a couple that are the same. Yes, they can blame you because it's your fault that you're feeling that way, Katarina. You're not manifesting it. See, right now, you're not taking responsibility for what's happening to you because you've put out the vibration of fear and lack and all of these other things for so long. This is the results of your manifestation. So, I mean, there's a cause and there's an effect. You caused it by vibrating a certain frequency, and then the effect is the negative outcome because that's what you believe. Hey, Phyllis, hopefully you're having a great evening. If you'd like to have a reading, please read the video description. I am going to clarify the financial difficulties. I have it over there. So, but I'm trying to let you know, can they blame me? Yes. You're always responsible for everything that happens to you. Some people think it's bad news, but it's actually more good news than bad news because that means you have more power than you think you do. You have more control than you think you do. And you don't have to try to control the outside of your body. You don't have to try to control people or nothing. All you have to control is yourself. Everything is internal. Everything is vibration, your thoughts and your feelings. All right. Hypnosis. God. 1272. Why did I get 1272? Who is Hypnoit? I'm going to put you down for a mini reading. Okay. What is your first name? I'm going to need your first name and your sun sign. I don't know what your first name is, though. So I will need that information to do your reading. I need first names and sun signs. I don't need anybody's last names. I don't need to know where you live or anything like that. I don't even need to know what year you're born or anything like that. I just need to know your sun sign, which is your zodiac sign, and everybody you're asking about preferably, and first names. And please make sure you have your question ready when it's your turn. I'm just gonna abbreviate your name for now because I don't know what your actual real first name is. All right, so now I will adjust things and read the chat better once I start after this reading. Okay. All right, so you have financial loss. Take care. They are lying to you. Family issues need healing. A new beginning is coming. Just say yes. The end is near. Yeah, they're also saying that they're showing me you trying to physically force something to happen. They're showing you going, and you're trying to physically do something. And that's not how you do it. You do it by controlling your vibration and your thoughts and your manifestation. And then if there is outward action that needs to be done, you do it calmly and you do it calculated and you do it gently, basically. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes if you're not sure if you should be taking some kind of action, you ask spirit or whatever. All right. What do the angels want to say to Katerina? What do they want her to know? What do the angels want to say to Katerina? This is all because you're not in vibrational alignment with your desires. Have you been doing the affirmations that I told you to use? The affirmations I told you to use every day that will help you is going to be, I am in vibrational alignment with all of my desires. My affirmations show up in my current reality, and everything I desire flows to me easily and effortlessly. You shouldn't have to be chasing down your desires. You should be focusing on being still and being in the vibrational alignment with what you desire. And how do you be in vibrational alignment with what you desire? You do that by first creating, imagining the manifestation of what it is like to actually feel like you're in that moment and you have it. Not the vibration of lack. When you're yearning for something, when you're craving for something, when you're upset because it's not your manifestation's not here, you're putting yourself, you're actually stopping your manifestation when you do that. Negative self-talk, doubt, fear, all of those things stop your manifestation right in their tracks. It's the brakes. And that's why, even though it doesn't really speed up the momentum of your manifestation, but they want you to imagine that you are in your manifestation, and then when you're not doing that, not thinking about your manifestation, not wondering if it's going to ever come, not getting upset because it's not coming, not any of those things. You go and you redirect your energy doing something else you enjoy. If the spirit prompts you to take some kind of inspired action, then you should take some kind of action. But you should never have to be feeling like you're forcing something to happen. All right, please tell me, what do the angels want to say to Katerina? What do they want her to know? What do the angels want to say to Katerina? What do they want her to know? And you've wandered off your path because you're not in vibrational alignment. That's what I want to clarify it. Julie? All right. I'll need that information when it's your turn, Julie. I like the spelling of your name. You asked the question, when is your turn? Right now, there's Katarina and Bertona are ahead of you. Please tell me, what is Katarina? What does the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? Please clarify. Financial loss, take care. Four of Swords reversed. Please clarify. They are lying to you. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Please clarify. Family issues need healing. Three of Wands. Clarify. A new beginning is coming. Ten of Wands reversed. Please clarify. Just say yes. And please clarify. The end is near. So whenever you're in this vibration where you're like, where's my manifestation? Why isn't it here? That puts out the vibration of lack. So the universe thinks, oh, you want to experience that. So whenever you're doing that goes against what you're trying to manifest, you will receive a difficulty because you have to learn a lesson on how they're trying to teach you. This is how they're trying to teach you how to be in vibrational alignment with what you want. By giving you I want this, but I'm feeling this. And so the universe gives you the results of your feelings, not just your thoughts. Your feelings are more important than your thoughts. It's really important to care how you feel all the time. And if you're not feeling right, there are things that you can do if you feel like you're stuck. There's sound baths. There's spiritual baths that you can take. There's meditation, which is really important because if you need to be able to meditate, the point of meditation isn't just to sit there and be quiet. It's to be able to stop talking in your brain so you can stop the negative thoughts. It's very important to do that. Please tell me, what do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? Clarifying the Four of Swords in the reverse. We have the King of Swords. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the King of Cups in the reverse. Clarifying the Three of Wands. We have the Four of Pentacles. Clarifying the Ten of Wands in the reverse. We have the Emperor reverse. That's your Divine Masculine. Clarifying the Page of Cups. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse. Clarifying the Five of Swords in the reverse. We have the Ten of Cups. What do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? Clarifying the King of Swords. And sometimes, you guys say you're trying to manifest money, but you're afraid. How do you put out the vibration of lack? You're coupon clipping. When you're going to the grocery store, you're looking at all the price tags before you buy them, and you're fretting over it. Like, you can look at the price and be like, yeah, okay, that's the price, just so you know. But if you're sitting there going, I don't know if I could buy that because of this, you know what I mean? You have to be in vibrational alignment with a person who has what you want to manifest. So you have to believe it before you can see it, not see it and then believe it. Especially the King of Cups in the reverse. You have to put out that vibration. So there's different ways we put out these vibrations. Look by the Four of Pentacles. Like, if you're constantly, worried about it, it causes issues. Now, you can consciously and logically think of something and be like, okay, I should take care, I should be careful what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But you don't feel it inside of yourself. You don't feel it in your heart. You're just thinking logically. No emotions are tied to your thoughts. There's a difference. What you feel is more important than what you think and what you say. Those things are still important, but what you feel is the most important thing. Clarifying the Emperor in the reverse. Because your vibration is what tells the universe what you want, not what your actual words are. Your words and your thoughts do have vibration, but they're much weaker than your actual feelings. Clarifying the Four of Cups in the reverse. And the Page of Pentacles. And clarifying the Ten of Cups. We have the Fool in the reverse. And you might find yourself in patterns where what, you're sitting there and you're going, oh, you could be talking to a friend. You've got the Ace of Cups. Two of Cups reversed. So you're talking to a friend and you're telling your friend a story. The story is about what? About how you lost all your money. Your story is about how you lost somebody that you love. Your story is about how you're a victim and things like that. So what does that do? You know, that puts out the vibration of you having those things. You're telling that story, and so this is what you identify as. So if you want to help change your story, you need to tell a different story. Stop telling the negative story and start telling a more positive one. You can say, I had something bad happen to me, but what happened? Let's talk about how I overcame that, you know, or how I believe I will overcome something. You know what I mean? Let's talk about that. Which cards, please? All right. Yeah, I don't know what 20 Australian is, but I did receive 12, like a little over $12, and that's enough for a mini reading, Julie. All right, what do the angels want to say to Katarina? What do they want her to know? The angels want to say to Katarina. It takes a lot of, I'm not sitting here and acting like when you're first starting this is easy. The concept is easy. The actual practice of doing what you want is hard because you've already programmed yourself to be this way. So you have to reprogram yourself. And so it really is helpful if you start thinking of yourself more like a computer program than an actual human, because if a lot of people tell us that, you know, when we're human we can't help things, or it's out of our control, that puts us in a victim mentality. People are completely perfectly capable of resisting something if they don't want it. They can resist temptation, they can resist addictions, they can do all of these things if they truly want what they want. All they have to do is just want what they want more than whatever their issue is. You know what I mean? And when you want it, you got to get fucking mad, man. You're like, I don't want that. And it's got to be almost to the point of disgust where you're totally energetically rejecting what you're tempted. So that's why I don't have issues, because I do not find what most people are tempted as appealing. I don't find this as appealing. So I don't have any problem rejecting it. I've already energetically rejected it. All right, what do the angels want to say to Counter now? Clarify the Hierophant in the reverse, please. The Hierophant in the reverse. We have Scissors. Clarify the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Clarify the Two of Pentacles reverse. We have Solo. Clarify the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Okay, you didn't quite make it. We have Web. Oops. Clarifying the Page of Wands in the reverse. Six months. The new beginning is coming within 6 months, it's saying. Clarify the Page of Pentacles. Clarify the Page of Pentacles. Pumpkin. And clarify the Fool in reverse. All right, we have Hand. On the bottom, we have Sword. It's like the Ace of Swords on this deck. It's the same. Hey, Steffi, if you'd like to have a reading, please read the video description below. I don't suggest sending in Super Chat, and you cannot carry over the money that you sent last night. So please read the video description. Please learn what the prices are of things. That would be really appreciated. All right, so Sword, seeing the truth of a situation, severing ties, clarity, and communication. But I feel like that it says within 1 year. I feel like it's more like a truth thing. It feels like truth. And then Jam in 1 year. Surprise. Winter time. Twin flame. So, okay. Now, when it says this is the time frame of when something is going to happen. Please understand that these things can change as you change energetically. You can either cause it to happen sooner or cause it to happen later. Also, if another person is involved in the manifestation, they can either slow or speed up the manifestation as well. This is only a current snapshot of energy of where things are currently going, but it could be influenced to be changed. Tarot is in these readings are not etched in stone. That's not how time works. We have different like timelines. So almost like different dimensions. We have different timelines. We have thousands of scenarios that we could end up doing. And this is only calculating due to like probabilities. So like if you have like a 70% chance that something is going to happen, that is like where you're headed currently energetically. Okay. At any time when you want to stop those things, you would have to just learn how to shift your vibration and work on manifesting what you either don't want, or if you're going in the correct direction, continue to do what you're already doing. Okay, so the sword, it says seeing the truth of a situation. So I feel like it's more like a clarity energy that I'm getting. It could be severing ties, but I don't feel like it's severing ties. It feels like you're gaining clarity. It also could be communication, enjoying the sweetness of life, healthy relationships, and family life. I feel like what they're trying to say is that you will have achieved this within a year, and this is going to bring you an opportunity in the wintertime, this next winter, for your twin flame. Okay. But it's saying that you have support that's needed. You have too much on your plate. You have imbalance. You have rigid thoughts. So they're needing you to reflect on your environment, and because your environment is a reflection of your inner world. What is your inner world is what you feel inside of yourself, your vibration. Okay, so that's what they're telling you very clearly what you need to do. And at any time, if you don't understand the concept of something that I'm saying, and I don't think that you would be any less smart or anything like that to not understand, always feel free to DM me on Instagram and I can explain it further. Okay, if you're having issue with it, maybe you're rethinking about it later on after your reading or something, just let me know. I will send you a voice message talking about it. All right, so anyways, financial loss, take care. So it is saying you need to release whatever is no longer serving you, leaving a job, relationship, or mentality behind. Now, you could end up changing jobs. King of Swords, it could be involving a person who could be, that could be you. This is the Four of Swords is a Libra card, so that could be you. But the financial loss is being talked either about like exhaustion. It could be a lack of rest. So I'm seeing they're saying that the Hierophant is like a teacher. So they're saying that the Hierophant is something that you're not learning, you're not thinking logically. And then you're going to be pushed to set some kind of boundaries. You might have, with the impression I'm getting from this lineup is that you may have difficulty placing boundaries when it comes to work and rest. So I see you most likely leaving a job on this one. So they are lying to you. Let's see who's lying. King of Cups in the reverse. That could be you. So someone is lying to you. I feel like they're not telling me who. I feel like the King of Cups could be you. And the Two of Pentacles is being overwhelmed. It's saying you feeling weighed down with emotion. And so you're unable to move forward. You're feeling emotionally negative with the King of Cups, or maybe emotionally detached or something. That's what it can mean. And the Two of Pentacles is feeling overwhelmed. This is adapting to a new environment. You are resilient. So I need to clarify this. Who is lying? Who's lying? Oh. They're saying, okay, who's lying? You're lying to yourself. I feel like it's trying to say you are lying to yourself. They're making it sound like negative self-talk. So maybe you're having some kind of self-doubt or something. It's saying that you're feeling negative, and the negative thoughts are what's causing that's the lie. And that's why you're here, because you're lying to yourself. Maybe you're just thinking that you can't do something, or you're having some kind of thoughts like that, would be the lie, which I wasn't expecting that one. All right, then we have family issues need healing. We have Three of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Ace of Swords reversed, and Web. So there's something that needs to be healed with your family regarding greed. There could be some kind of misunderstanding. So greed, that would be like maybe money, saving money. It says fate, destiny is at play. A sudden change. Are you creating a life that you want? So it could be trying to imply that it's going to cause some kind of change. There could be some kind of, this may have not have happened, but the situation could happen. With the Three of Wands, it's like kind of waiting for your ship to come in. Maybe it could be waiting for something financial, or waiting, maybe it could be, it's like the example would be waiting for you to be able to get your license and things like that. Okay. So I do feel like that, and I think that this is happening to help to cause some kind of, like, I feel like there's a previous situation that I feel like this situation is going to cause a previous, like, difficulty that you had before with your family to show up, and then you're going to have to, learn how to work through that. And when you do that, and I feel like you should have to improve communication or something like that, because there's someone who is being in this Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles energy is the energy of the miser. It's a person who is like hoarding things, like usually it's money, or it's they're hoarding something physical, but there's something, not saying that people shouldn't have whatever's theirs, but there could be something surrounding those physical things that need to be healed within your family, and more of a open communication, maybe about what's going on or whatever it's about. Then we have a new beginning is coming, and they are talking about your twin flame and the beginning of this adventure. Now, the beginning of an adventure doesn't actually mean this is when you're going to meet them or anything like that. You're going to be start getting into potentially some kind of zone where you can. And what is 6 months from now? Let's see, March. So September, near the fall. It is a pumpkin right here, but they're implying that the Emperor, which what I'd imagine is your divine masculine, is a fire sign. But it's not like, I mean, this one's Sagittarius, this is Aries, and this is just a young fire sign. So if something is going on with that, if it's not about your divine masculine, on the off chance that it's not, then it could be trying to say something, a new beginning is coming. It has something to do with your boss or father or something like that. I don't know what their sun signs are, so just letting you know. But it is signaling some kind of fire sign or something to do with passion. All right, so just say yes. Page of Cups, 4 of Cups reversed. So they're saying there is potentially a missed opportunity. There is a situation that you'll be needing to make, and they're wanting you to say yes to it, to an offer. It's going to be an emotional offer and a physical offer. Someone's going to be giving you something that you're going to emotionally want and physically want. So it could be a job or something. A decision will be made soon. The clock is ticking. I feel like you're the one who's supposed to be saying yes. You're the making the decision. And the 4 of Cups in reverse is implying that if you don't say yes, you will miss out on opportunity. So they're wanting to give you a heads up on that. So we have the end is near, and let's see, the end of this 5 of Swords energy. That's what it's trying to say. Also, the Fool in the reverse is, there is like an unsurety, a lack of openness, a lack of being able to trust and move forward. Trust yourself, they're saying. That's supposed to be coming soon. And they want you to follow the signs, concerns about commitment. I feel like the commitment is about, your commitment to your journey, to being happy, to becoming the best version of yourself, things like that. That's what it feels like. It could be a relationship with the Ten of Cups because that is the family card. It could be your family. It could be just, but it's saying, what it's trying to say with the Five of Swords is that you're coming out. Five of Swords is difficult energy. It is a defeated energy. And it's saying that you're coming out of it. So it's saying that the end of a difficult energy is near. All right. And then here it is talking about there being new love. And they're saying that it's going to help when you get to know your value. But they're saying that because you're still working on yourself, that it is delaying some of your manifestations. What is you're needing to learn is emotional independence still. Yeah. And that will help to bring you in vibrational alignment with what you're trying to achieve. All right. So now it is Bertona's turn. Go ahead and post your question, Bertona. I want a spiritual adventure. Okay, yeah, that makes it. It could be a boss thing too, though. You're welcome. Hopefully, I gave you a lot of good information today to digest. Bertona, Bertona. There she is. That's for regular reading. All right. But how I have to word it is, do you currently have any, if you have any active spells, hexes, curses, or jinxes from Jamal? I really wish that okay. I don't know why I feel like I should say this, but it is still possible. Say like you're very good at manifesting. Say you're a freaking phenomenal manifester, and someone actually tries to do something like this to you. It is still possible to still achieve your manifestation. It just makes it much harder. It's like the equivalent of walking up a hill with normal clothes on versus and just being like a hiking thing, and versus walking up a hill with a 200-pound backpack on your back. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Then on top of that, most people are not that great at manifesting, especially when it comes to something like children or something like that. And that's when you start running into problems. Plus, usually when you have this shit on you, you don't feel good. And who wants to fucking feel like that? So, but unfortunately, there are forces that do try to counter that actually goes against universal law, that they go against natural law. And the angels are very against it, and they hate it, and that's why they have actually, I feel, given me the privilege to help people remove things in the way that I do. So I'm very grateful for that. But you know, that's why I do it. I don't do it to try to make money, because I didn't do it before to make money, but the problem is it just kept coming up, and it is a real shame. But now with all the spellcasters and stuff that are out there, there's scammer ones too. So they could be paying for a spellcaster and it could be fake. But there's real ones too. There's plenty of real ones. There's just as many real ones as there's fake ones. So, but unfortunately it is possible. But you can be very good at manifesting and still overcome that. It's just like I said, it's like the equivalent of walking up a hill like normal, like feeling light as a feather, or feeling way down with like 1,000 pounds. That's the difference. The more you put on, the more difficult it can get. So, alright, please tell me, does Jamal currently have any active spells, hexes, or jinxes on him? Yes or no? Now, I'm only asking for Jamal. If you want, I can remove Jamal's name from the equation, because if he's paying someone else, it may not show up as him doing it. So I do want to ask, to make sure, do you want me to just ask if you have anything on you in general? Because we might get a false reading. Because they may consider it somebody else doing it, Do you want me to just ask if you have anything on you in general? Because he could show up still in the reading as being the person who did it. So I could ask, if I word it and he isn't the one who actually did it, then you won't know if you actually have anything on you. You'll think that you don't have anything on you. You could still. It's probably better if we remove Jamal's name from the question. All right. Because it'll say if it's him, because he'll show up, like his cards will show up. The cards that he shows up with, being a leader and all that shit. All right. Please tell me, does Bertona currently have any active spells, hexes, curses, or jinxes on her? Yes or no? Does Bertona currently have any active spells, hexes, curses, or jinxes on her? Yes or no? And I am going to focus on them telling me what's going on with that, if it's yes or no. Please tell me, does Bertona currently have any active spells, hexes, curses, or jinxes on her? Yes or no? Does Bertona currently have any active spells, hexes, curses, or jinxes on her? Does Bertona currently have any active spells, hexes, curses, or jinxes on her? Yes or no? Does Bertona currently have any active spells, hexes, curses, or jinxes on her? Yes or no? And spiritual bats help as well. So say you're not feeling good, even if you do have something on you, a spiritual bath will help you feel a bit better. All right, so do you have anything on you? It says no. That's really good. So let's go ahead and clarify it and see what it's saying about it, okay? Let's see. Maybe it'll talk about whatever is causing the issue. Maybe you're not feeling good. I am feeling like a bit of a nauseating feeling coming from you. I wouldn't say it's necessarily fear. It's more like a premonition. Also, they are reminding me that Saturn has moved into Pisces. So that could be affecting you as well. And if you have any Aquarius or Scorpio placements in your chart, that could be affecting you too, with Pluto moving into Aquarius currently, which it hasn't done in 255 years. All right, so we have 7 of Cups. It's only doing it for a short time, but then once it leaves, it'll come back. And I think 2024, it will go back. And then I don't know, it'll eventually go back in there, I think within a few months after, because it's going to go, it's like, say it's on the edge between Capricorn and Aquarius. It'll travel into, it's already done, but it's traveled into Aquarius. It's like right now on the line of Capricorn and Aquarius. And then it will go station in retrograde and go back into Capricorn. And then when it goes back direct, it will go back into Aquarius. But then once it does that, it will stay there for 19.5 years. All right, High Priestess reversed. And Saturn will be in Pisces for 19.5 years. So things Capricorn related and things like that will also potentially be affecting your energies. So just a heads up on that. Oh, good, good, good. You're doing good, Jen. Please tell me about Bertona, feeling how she's been feeling, and her energy, spells, hexes, curses, and jinxes, anything to do with Jamal. Just anything that might be making a certain meaning. Okay, clarifying the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Clarifying the Queen of Swords in the reverse, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Clarifying the Lovers in the reverse, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. Clarifying Strength in the reverse, we have the Hermit. Clarifying the 8 of Wands, we have Judgment. Now, I do feel like he could be thinking really soon to do something to renew it, maybe. Let me finish clarifying it. Clarifying the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Clarifying, if you do decide to get a candle and you do not currently have anything on you and your protection candle, so like what could happen if you don't need a protection candle, it could end up going out when you're doing the candle. So, I mean, there's 2 things that can cause it to go out for the most part. That's common. And that is having already a spell, hex, or curse on you. And then, but if it's removed, then you shouldn't do that. And then the other thing would be like not needing it. It's already there. Clarify the 9 of Pentacles. That doesn't happen with everything. It doesn't really happen always with like the money and stuff. But clarifying the King of Pentacles in the reverse. His energy's here. I see Jamal's energy. Clarify the Hermit. King of Cups. His energy's here. So he's still fearful. He's kind of in hermit mode right now. He's here. Clarifying. You got some kind of Leo energy or something. Oh no, it is Libra. That could be him. All right, never mind. It's still him. It's like talking about Jamal up in here. All up in here. Clarify Judgment. 10 of Wands. We got the 3 of Cups. We have the 2 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Tower in the reverse, double reverse. This is a good sign. Okay, with the Emperor. All right, please tell me about what's going on with Bertona and her current situation with her energy. What is going on? Why is she feeling bad? What is going on with Bertona? Please tell me what is going on with Bertona. All right, clarifying the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Have you done a cord cutting on Jamal? Have we do? I don't think we've done one. We haven't done one, have we? Talk about energetic ties. We did a removal. It could help if you had a cord cutting. So I am picking up that you're picking up his energy. You have to remember, you are a water sign, you are Pisces, you are psychic, you are very sensitive to people's energies, and you have an energetic tie to him. Yeah, I don't have any cord cutting for you. You can try to do it yourself or whatever. If you want, you can DM me later and I can tell you how if you want to try it yourself, or we could talk about it. I'm gonna clarifying the Four of Pentacles in reverse. We have Writer, clarifying Writer. Also, what is also your Pisces? He's Cancer. Your twin flame is a Cancer. Mars tomorrow, or actually, you know, at midnight, is going to be moving into Cancer. That could be affecting energy as well. Right now, Mars is in Gemini. There's a bunch of stuff in Aries right now. Clarify the King of Wands. Clarify the King of Wands. Yeah, he still wants a relationship with you. Clarifying Hand in Hand. Lily. Clarifying Justice in the reverse. We have Broken Mirror. Clarifying the Broken Mirror. Clarifying the Broken Mirror. We have Ship. Clarifying the King of Cups in the reverse. Clarifying the King of Cups in the reverse. House. Clarifying House. Children. Clarifying the Ten of Wands. We have Roses. Clarifying Roses, please. We got two cards came out. We have Bouquet, and then we have the Coffin. That's very interesting. On the bottom, we have Mice. All right, they're saying that you're doing this. Okay, so we have the Mice with the Scythe. That could be not a very good combo. Okay, what's going on here? What communication through relationships, difficult energy. It's just saying your current energy where you're trying to take care of yourself, trying to make sure everything's going to be all right. No, we haven't. I looked in my book. We haven't done it. Trying to understand what it is saying. Might be talking about your divine masculine here. I'm trying to make sure. I think it is, and this underlying energy on the side over here is talking about your divine masculine. It is talking about you making a decision on having a healthy new beginning, secretly wanting to put a burden down, come out of a sad, difficult energy, and have a renewal. What are we renewing? Four of Pentacles reverse. Letting something go. Justice in the reverse. So something to do with Jamal. And have a balance, give and take. Have you thought about still maybe potentially getting back with him? And if you have thought about getting back with him, that could be part of the spell that he had on you from before. Is part of the, and if you don't have a spell on you, then it could be part of the energetic time. I don't think you'd want to do that, so I don't know what the fuck it's talking about, but I'd rather sit here and think Jamal, like, you not want to do nothing with Jamal. Yeah, that could be, like, you know what you're trying to do. That could be part of it. Let's see what it's saying here. It's saying that you are currently at a crossroads and that you're thinking about coming out of the cold when it comes to your family and letting something go. and opening up communication. It says that with a Queen of Swords in the reverse, I do feel like that is Jamal's energy. This person is, I don't know if he is, maybe there's a lack of communication. There's something to do with communication, maybe even harsh. I don't know. There's like a lack of telling the truth, is what they're saying. And about becoming, financially stable and being confident moving forward. Maybe that's something he's saying. He could be not telling you something about it. And with hand in hand, that means that he wants to have some kind of partnership with you. You could feel this way and he could feel this way. But the lilies forecast a happy life, but family sorrow if surrounded by clouds. The sea lying above the person signifies virtuous life. But so what I feel like it's trying to say is that it's a happy life. And it does feel family related, even though that's not 100% what the card means. But I'm seeing currently it is possible Jamal is starting to kind of accept that the connection is broken beyond repair with a mirror. And with a ship would indicate him moving forward and on from the connection. And then with the lovers, it could indicate that he is feeling like a rejection energy. The King of Pentacles would be him choosing to work on himself or being in a selfish energy. Let's see, strength in the reverse. Now, the King of Cups reverse. He looks like he is the Hermit. He is, I don't know, taking time to think to himself about his fears and how he's feeling so negative and how I'm hearing is negatively impacting his family. So his children and his home life. It is implying that you are thinking about, I don't know, like getting along or doing things to find some kind of compromise with Jamal in order to avert evil, like difficulties. And it's saying that you're thinking about pretty soon having some kind of renewal. Yeah. And that I feel like having a happy life with children, and children are near, having extraordinary honors and fame. So I feel like that is your goal, and it almost is like you're thinking about compromising potentially yourself in order to achieve that. But I feel like that could not work in your favor if you did do that. Just so you know. You may try to do that, but I don't think that you would be successful. Like from what the energy is, I don't feel like you would be successful. You would be repeating the lesson that I feel, would have had with him before, where he was being controlling, manipulative, and pretty much stealing from you and all that shit. They're saying that you need to place healthy boundaries with him, not only with him, but within yourself. Not saying that you shouldn't allow him to see his children or anything like that, but to have a healthy boundaries where you're not trying to have him be so close, so intimate with you and be part of your life. They're saying that you will never be able to trust this person fully because he has too much things to heal, some stuff with his ego. Yeah, exactly. That's not going to end. I feel like that when you go some time without him and you see your child and you have an idea of this wonderful life you want to have with your child, and that you want your child to have this wonderful father, and you keep hoping and wishing that Jamal will turn into that person, but he's not. You can't put a flower in an asshole and call it a vase, okay? It ain't gonna work that way. There is like they're saying that you have to radically accept that this is just how it is, and move forward and stop trying to let go of the past and hoping that Jamal will somehow change into this amazing being and move forward. I feel like that it is important that you place the boundaries on Jamal if you do ever want to have any hope of him, because they're saying that he is learning from your example. Jamal is. So it's very important that you do this if you ever want to have any hope of him doing that. But the more you coddle Jamal, the more you allow him to come in and cause havoc in your life, the more he will never learn boundaries and how to behave properly. Okie dokie, Katerina. All right, Julie, it's your turn. Julie has a mini reading. Go ahead and post your question, Julie. Make sure you post with your first name. If you're asking me about another person, their first name, and both of your son's signs. Hey, Miracle. Hey, Noosh, what's up? Yeah, it's just part of what you sign up with the lessons. Mirabelle is after Julie with a regular reading. Thank you for the extra, Mirabelle. I really appreciate it. Helps cover those fees. We have Noosh. Noosh is kicking ass and taking names. I like seeing Noosh kick ass. We have with a mini in-depth reading. And then Katerina with a mini in-depth reading. Yeah, but it's a good kind of tired, I would like to think. You're making headway. Where is Julie? Julie, please post your question. It is your turn. Julie is Hypno it. I'm curious about what's going on with Francisco. Why is Mirabelle's name all jumbled up? Gotta fix that shit. Mirabelle. Why are you Mirabelle? here we go. I left my partner Ray. It's very toxic. All right, understandable. Well, good. You need a break, Mirabelle. I left my partner. It's very toxic. But will this relationship ever change? We have been together 6 years. I think I'm over it and don't love him anymore. Julie and Ray. I'm Gemini. He's Cancer. Oh no. Cancer men are just like, I'm a Cancer, but women and men, when it comes to Cancer Gemini, is wildly different. Wildly different. Not to throw all Gemini men under the bus. I currently like somebody who's a Gemini, but usually they're pretty annoying, especially if they're not like evolved. But you know, Cancers can be too. But then the women can be like really. The Cancer women can be like pretty emotionally manipulative. All right. Let me think how to ask this question. So. Did you ask if it'll ever change? I can't ask it that way. I have to ask. Will the connection between you ever improve if you stay together? I think that's the question I have to ask. Please refresh your video so you're not lagging. Yes, you have to refresh your video, you're lagging. You are lagging. There's a delay. Okay. So I'm going, yes, I know. Please read the free. Please refresh your video. Yeah, just refresh your video. You might have to leave the video and come back. Okay, here we go. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay. So I have to now go back to wording since I was like getting distracted with your inability to hear me. All right, I left my partner. Ray is very toxic. Well, the connection between Ray and Julie improve if they stay together. Please tell me, will the connection between Ray and Julie improve if they stay together? Yes or no? Will the connection between Ray and Julie improve if they stay together? Yes or no? Will the connection between Ray and Julie improve if they stay together? Yes or no? Will the connection between Ray and Julie improve if they stay together? Yes or no? Will the connection between Ray and Julie improve if they stay together? Yes or no? Will the connection between Ray and Julie improve if they stay together? Yes or no? Will the connection between Ray and Julie improve if they stay together? Yes or no? Will it improve? The answer is yes. It could improve. So let me clarify the cards and figure out maybe what needs to be done, what it's saying about if it'll improve, why it'll improve, what needs to be done to improve, whatever it's going to say. All right, please tell me about the connection between Ray and Julie. It says you are spiritual counterparts. So clarifying the Seven of Wands in the reverse, the Knight of Cups, clarifying the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Page of Swords, clarifying the Queen of Swords. We have the Five of Wands, clarifying the High Priestess. We have Judgment, clarifying the Hierophant. We have the Wheel of Fortune. All right. Okay, I don't think you're married. I think you are going to eventually head the marriage. Clarifying the Knight of Cups. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Clarifying the Page of Swords. We have the Empress. Clarifying the Five of Wands. We have the Five of Swords. Clarifying Judgment. We have the Seven of Cups. And clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. We have Justice in the reverse. Clarify the Five of Swords. Clarifying Justice in the reverse. Okay. Who is that? Him, huh? Okay. Oh, who? No, who is that? Who is this? It's like a Libra energy. That's not helping. She's Gemini. He's Cancer. Whose energy is the King of Cups in reverse? I feel like it's his. It's saying it's his. Oh, who's the High Priestess then? Shit. They're both him. All right, so let me get the underlying energy for country first. Strength, Queen of Cups reverse. That could be you or him. Cancer Gemini energy for the same card. Eight of Wands reversed, Four of Cups reversed. Four of Pentacles reversed. Letting go. Needing strength. Who is this one? The Cancer. Okay. Gaining strength. And this opportunity coming out of. Okay, so it's implying that your person is up in their head and having a victim mentality. They're having limited thoughts and things like that. And this person is needing to reassess things. Okay. Let's see. And it's implying that he very well could. Okay. So as I was saying, the answer is yes. If you continue to stay in this connection, it would improve. However, it would improve, but it could still possibly end. But after marriage, I do feel like your connection is spiritual. It is divinely guided. I do feel like you're meant to be together. I'm feeling like this is a very difficult connection. It is meant to be challenging, but only because I feel like that you're kind of bringing up stuff that needs to be healed. There's things that need to be healed in your connection. If you do not have children together, you could end up having children together. I see it's Seven of Wands reversed. Who is doing that? Him. It's saying that he will eventually, like, even though he may disagree with you, sometimes he will start to become more agreeable and want to come out of being more romantic and come out of the cold. And then it's saying that you will be overwhelmed because you're going to be weighing options and figure out what you want to do. But I am seeing still being growth and expansion. Then there's, who's doing this? You are. So they're saying that you have to communicate some kind of truth about either some kind of conflict or competition. his fives. I feel like you have to communicate the truth about the conflicts that you're feeling, and you have to work on healing them. You can't do it by yelling. They're saying you can't do it by yelling. You can't do it by calling people names, calling people, emasculating him, or anything. That's not going to solve the issue. Like you could, end up doing, not calling names or anything. People do, and I'm saying you, but people do that. Um, but work on healing. Instead of making it personal, like you did this, you did that, and accusing and staying in the ego, then you need to start seeing the bigger picture and the long term in this connection, and actually focusing on what really truly matters in the connection. Does it matter if he didn't take the trash out until you asked him to do it like 20 freaking times? Not really. Not really. It's like a small thing. But instead of saying, blaming him for not doing it, you could say, hey, there's things that I do, there's things that you do, and part of being, a responsible human being is taking care of your responsibilities. It's not, you can say, hey, it's not about the actual trash going out. It's about you taking responsibility for what needs to be done. If he's doing things, there's just all different things there's ways that you could talk to him calmly and rationally. And you're Gemini, you should be able to do this without causing conflict. Also, he's got a lot of ego, they're saying, and he's going to be very defensive. So you have to communicate from a place of love. So I don't know if he's like tries to be like a really good person, or there's like a strong spiritual connection here with the high priestess and the Hierophant. They are spiritual counterparts, and I'm seeing a renewal, but then I'm seeing there's going to be a lot of options, and then a learning of a karmic lesson, fate, destiny. There's going to be injustice. It's saying Seven of Cups, and then what? It's like, and then I put a Queen of Cups in the reverse. Cups reverse. Yeah, it's very much possible that you guys still could end up, things will improve, and then you can end up breaking up. It's depending on your ability for you guys to both learn and try to grow together. I feel like that you are potentially meant to be together. So I feel like that you could end up coming apart if you're not capable of healing and working through your issues calmly and rationally, and discussing with him what you need from him to do in order to have a fulfilling relationship, and for him to do the same with you as well. All right. All right, so now it is Maribel's turn. Go ahead and post your question, Maribel. Yeah, I know. I'm seeing that. But you have to communicate the truth of how you're feeling, but not, you have to do it in a kind of nice way, but also like non-emotional. What the hell is going on? How do I pronounce his name? Adalberto? 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 Hetty. He's a Virgo. Well, you need to explain to him that you're going to go do something else if he doesn't get his shit together. All right. That's interesting. Like a weird. I got like a weird message from Facebook. Can you work? Gotta ask out where that Maribel. You got it. That's how you pronounce it. Okay. Adalberto. What's going on in the connection between Adalberto and Maribel? And regular reading. Please tell me what is going on in the connection between Adalberto and Maribel. They're saying to ask his energy towards you. All right, what is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel, please? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel, please? Please tell me, what is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel, please? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel? Oh, he's way down by the ocean. What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel? What's his moon sign? Do you know? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel? That's interesting. On the bottom, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Seven of Wands in the reverse, the Empress reversed, the Six of Cups reversed, the Star in the reverse, the Three of Swords, the Devil, Seven of Swords. Jesus. I'm going to have to look at that somewhere. I'm going to put that there for now. It just keeps going, so there's no point in me just keep putting cards down, so I will look at it. I have to keep digging in it once I get more cards out. Alright, please tell me about the connection. What's going on? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel currently? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel, please? What is Adalberto's energy towards Maribel? Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse. Clarifying the Queen of Cups. Nine of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Seven of Cups reverse. We have the Sun reverse, clarifying the Page of Cups in the reverse. We have the Six of Wands reverse, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. We have the World in the reverse. Please tell me, what is Alberto's energy towards Mirabelle? Clarifying the Fool in the reverse. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse, clarifying the Nine of Cups in the reverse. We have Justice in the reverse. I got a story to tell you. Clarify, it's like all a bunch of the, wow. Clarifying the Sun in reverse. I just want to get it all out before I start talking because it's a lot. It's very dramatic, so I'm gonna get it all out. Clarify the Six of Wands in the reverse. Two of Cups. Was he with somebody and they broke up? Clarifying the World in the reverse. We have the Chariot on the bottom. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse. Two of Pentacles. The Emperor. We have the Eight of Cups reverse. The Wheel of Fortune reverse. I am getting him blaming. I don't know. The cards aren't so, they might say this, but I'm picking up an energy of him. He's angry. Okay. And it has some, and I am picking up some shitty energy from like a blaming energy and having something to do with Francisco as well. I feel like that he blames Francisco for things. For maybe the way that he interacts with you, issues with you. I don't know if you guys have kids together or what kids you have together or how many kids you have together, but I feel like there's things with family that he does blame you for, but he essentially feels like has something to do with Francisco. Which cards, please? Alberto's energy towards Myrtle, please. What is the person he is remarried to? Yeah, I was feeling that. I just didn't want to say it like that. I don't want to say it like that. But I feel like that he blames you, but he blames Francisco more than you. That he wanted to do with them. He told my older daughters that he wanted what? He wanted what to do with them? I haven't even read the cards yet. It's just the energy. He feels very angry. And the energy that comes through is he doesn't agree with the way things are ran in your household and all sorts of things. All right. I haven't even read the cards yet. Please tell me. What is Alberto's energy towards Mirabelle, please? What is Alberto's energy towards Mirabelle? Clarifying the Page of Wands in the reverse. No, it didn't come out right. It'll come back out if it needs to. Clarify the Page of Wands in the reverse. What is his current wife's sun sign? And also, I can't remember what your son's sun sign is. There's children here, so if they're fire signs or something. It's mostly saying fire signs or something. Clarify the money. Clarifying the money. I'm hearing him saying if such and such would have done this, this wouldn't have happened. If Mirabelle was doing this, this wouldn't have happened. Clarifying justice in the reverse. And he feels like we have more, but he feels like it's like very like frustrated. He feels very anxious, but the energy is very much so like essentially you allowed something whatever to happen through Francisco, and then Francisco contributed to it. Also, they're saying something about him saying something or feeling or putting off that vibration towards Francisco, and that is partially what happens with Francisco. Clarifying more. Clarifying more, please. He feels very angry. Okay, Gemini and Taurus. Oh, nothing to do with him. And who's the father of your older daughters? Is that are they grown daughters? I know your son was pretty he was a teenager, so I don't know. How old is your older daughters? Clarifying the High Priestess. Clarifying the High Priestess. All right. Scythe. I'm not going to take those. Clarify Scythe, please. All right, I don't know which one. Here we go. That's okay, that's what I thought. Clarifying the Two of Cups in the reverse. Is there any moving happening? I think it could be children is talking about. I just want to make sure there's not any moving. Anybody planning to do? Clarify the Lady. He is so angry, I want to shake. Like, he is, incredibly angry. Clarifying the Chariot. What an energy. Clarifying Clouds. But it's all grief. Clarifying Clouds. Clarifying Clouds. Key. On the bottom, we have Coffin. It obviously, like I was saying, I wanted to say that it was about that. But at the same time, I'm not trying to be a bitch about it. And, it's a sensitive subject, obviously. But we have Coffin on the bottom and Snake. So heavily, there's a lot of, he's feeling like there's somebody being deceptive or someone's lying. I am hearing immediately that he feels like maybe there's a lie, like someone's telling a lie about how he passed away, or what happened. He feels like he's being lied to. He feels like something is being covered up. Oh my God. Yeah. So, okay. So I'm under the impression energetically that your daughters side with you because they understand the truth. He doesn't trust them. He doesn't trust you. He doesn't trust or believe anybody. Let me understand something. This is difficult energy. This is very extremely intense. His heart is just really destroyed. So, to be honest with you, I feel like that there isn't a whole lot you can do about it. He's going to feel the way he's feeling. This process is how you process this process of grief. He's being petty because he's grieving. That's the main thing. Everybody wants to make excuses for what happened. It happened because you did this, or you didn't do this right. You didn't take the garbage out that day. Somebody didn't. Maybe his bicycle had something wrong with it. It's all his fault. It's this person's fault. It's that person's fault. It's everybody's fault. It's just happened. Maybe you could have done this and that would have stopped it. Maybe they could have done that. This is all he's thinking about. You have to leave him alone and allow him to process his emotions, because that's what he's doing. He's basically, and I'm not saying you did anything wrong, and technically, I mean, his behavior isn't good. It's not a good energy for you to have to deal with, but you still have you're grieving. He's grieving. Um, you have more spiritual well awareness than he does, so you're capable of processing your grief in a more healthy way. He's processing his grief in a very unhealthy way, and the only thing you can do is allow him to do it, and then give him the space to do it, and then try to express compassion and compromise the best you can. But you have to understand, I'm not saying that you deserve anything that he's directing towards you, but he's not in his right mind. You know, he's just not as equipped as you are. He's not as emotionally intelligent as you are. He's not as spiritually intelligent. He's not as self-aware as you are, and he's just simply processing his emotions over the loss of his child. It's not personal. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah. And so she's going to be 18 soon. The best thing that you could do is explain to her grief and how it's affecting him. And you can say, I understand that, obviously his behavior isn't fair and it's not, you know, healthy, but you have to explain to her that this is what happens a lot of times when people have these things happen. A lot of people have a difficult time, um, processing their emotions. A lot of times men can have the issue, especially, and you need to ask for her to have. The youngest one is 8. I thought you said my older daughters. Okay, you have, and that's with him. She's I mean my Amber's 8. Amber, I feel like that you've raised your child, and your child would have more emotional intelligence than most 8-year-olds. um I feel like that you have 4 kids together. You should explain to your children that he is grieving and ask for them to try to have some compassion, even though his behavior is not fair, and their feelings are valid, but his behavior is not the right kind of behavior he should have. But you want to explain to them what's going on so they can understand it, and if they can understand what is happening to him, maybe they can not take it personal and it'll hurt them less. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that explain to your children why he's behaving the way he is, and that it's very difficult to lose a child, and even though it's also very difficult for them to lose their brother, that's all very difficult. Everybody's having a hard time, and you have to explain to them that he just needs space. So you need to explain to them that he needs to give them space, and one day when he regains his mind, then he will probably behave differently. But you need to explain to them that it's not personal, that it has only to do with him being just upset. He's processing his grief. And so when a person is being in this way, sometimes you can express compassion and understanding, and tell them that you will try to be there for them if they ever need anybody to talk to, and that you're there for them. But at the same time, a lot of people, that first, at least, they need space to go through those emotions and to process them, because everybody processes these feelings differently, and of course some of them are not in the healthiest way, and you have to explain to them that he is not processing his emotion in a healthy way. However, his feelings are valid, their feelings are valid. However, it's not personal. It has absolutely nothing to do with them as people. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. And it absolutely does not mean that he does not love them. If anything, they could expect for him to behave exactly in the same way if one of them would pass away. So I think it's very important that you have a very open communication, loving, compassionate communication. And I know you're perfectly capable because you are you teach this type of thing, you know, but we do have to communicate to our children. Luckily, your youngest is still at a mental age where they're capable of having the concept, to understand the concept. It might be more difficult for them to grasp the concept, but at least the youngest is old enough. And then you have to try and give space. And if he is behaving, I don't know if he's being like if, like abusive in any type of way. Obviously, something should be done to remove the child from that type of environment until he is capable of regaining his composure. All right, let me finish reading the rest of this, see if there's anything else that is showing up. But it's very much so that he feels wronged. He feels like it is a loss. He feels like if shoulda, coulda, woulda. There's a lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda. There is he feels like he's being lied to, that he doesn't have the full story. He feels like he was deprived of things. But if he does have something to say to you, then maybe you should tell him, you know, if you're so upset that something happened to your child, then maybe you should learn to not treat your current children in this way. Because what if, you know, we are not always, you know, at any time, anything can happen to any of us, no matter how old we are. I mean, back in the day, people used to lose half their children. Children passing away was very common. That's why they used to have like 8 children, because they'd be lucky if 3 survived. And that's why they did those types of things. And so at any time, and we do kind of take for granted that we don't have that happen as often as that used to be, like in the, say, like the 1800s and things like that. But, you know, he should be trying to appreciate what he currently has, and he's not in that mentality right now. He's in the thought process of lack, and he basically just needs space to process it. Trying to understand what it's saying here. It's talking about being broken up and being selfish. Again, it's just saying that he thinks that you're selfish, that this is like your fault, but then it's like, and I don't know, it's like you're lying, and it's just all this types of stuff. It's just a lot of blaming. It's a lot of ego, a lot of blaming. Yeah, and again, it is, he feels like there's some kind of story there's some kind of information that is missing. And also there could be some issues surrounding money. But either way, he is feeling not very, he's also, personally, I feel like that he is feeling like a lack of inspiration. I do feel like that deep down, a lot of this projection is him blaming himself. And then he's just distraught, to be honest with you. And he's trying to function. I don't think this person is capable of, I think this person is barely functioning properly. If he's actually able to work a job and do anything from day to day, I would be shocked. I'd be surprised. And if this person is very distraught. So I think that pretty much covers what his problem is. It's very, very powerful. His energy is very powerful coming through. He will eventually, but he needs time. Yeah, I can understand that. Yes, at any time, anything can happen. It could have been him. He could have been, like, what if your son was with him and it happened? You know, it could happen anywhere, you know. And while we do try to protect our children, as they become teenagers, you have to allow them to start becoming their own human. And he is a boy. So Like with the girls, maybe you're less likely to have them running around out and about at that age. But, you know, there doesn't come a time, you know, then you have to allow your children, you have to at least trust them to be able to walk from point A to point B. You know, like when my daughter was 14, I allowed her to walk from high school to home. I used to always live like a mile from my kids' school, so they could walk. Like Heather, I would purposely get my home very close to school, so my children could easily, if something happened at school, that they could just leave and walk home if something really bad were to happen. So, you know, so and at any time something could have happened as she is crossing the street. Anything could happen when you're crossing the street when they're little. Things happen, you know, and it is what it is. It's just things happen, and it could happen to his other children. So he needs to appreciate the time that he has with them, you know. But I know that you know this. I know you have this intelligence. I know that this is part of your job to be in this way, to understand these things. But if anything, I'm hoping I'm at least giving you confirmation of what you already think and what you already know and what you're already feeling in yourself, and know that you're not really doing anything wrong, so you can feel good about the way you're behaving. Yeah, I do feel like he does blame himself. He blames everybody. He's just blaming. He's just processing his grief. You have to just let him do it. It's got to run its course. Yes. So he blames himself, but then he goes but when he starts to blame himself, he wants to blame others, and it's like he needs to intellectually find a reason why, so he can understand how to potentially avoid it again. You know, when things happen, it's not really anybody's fault. It's not really. It was just time, you know, and it's difficult and it's sad and it's very difficult, you know. But you know, these types of things happen, and the best thing we can do is try to heal and move forward and appreciate what we do have. You're welcome, Mirabelle, and I'm always here for you. And you know that you can always DM me and stuff if you just want to talk. All right, so hopefully that was helpful. And Noosh, it is your turn. Go ahead and post your question. Noosh, noosh, noosh. I would really suggest kind of like trying to do the best you can, Mirabelle, to disconnect from the situation emotionally. And I would take time to do a spiritual bath, do some self care, say some nice things to yourself, and try to process it, try to let it go and accept it. That, you know, obviously he's going to have issues. It's just, it is what it is. Ew. So you want to know? You can't. What? Why are you asking me this question, Noosh? You didn't even provide. Are you even Noosh? Who are you? You didn't provide your sun sign, your first name. You're asking me for 3 different things, which I don't do unless you just ask you for a general reading. But I can't guarantee all of those things will be in there. I can ask what is coming towards you, and it may include love, career, and financial. It could only talk about love. So, who are you? You never asked like this. I knew that my Noosh, who wasn't possessed by aliens and then forced to kick box a lot, that Noosh would have included and told me that she was a Sagittarius in her question. And that's for a general reading. Is that what you want, a general reading? Just say you want a general reading of let's say what's coming towards you over the next 3 months, silly. Hey, Nick, what are you doing? I'm just teasing Noosh. She's being all weird on me. Unofficial. What is my 3-month forecast? What's coming towards a Noosh? Hopefully you're doing well, Nick. I know. I still gotta tease you a little bit. But you're doing really good. I'm like really proud of you, Noosh. Let's find out what's coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months, which may include love, career, and all that good stuff. But I can't make them talk about those things specifically. I can only say, you can ask for, if you want to talk about specifically, you have to ask about that one specific thing. But generally they may or may not talk about it. I have no control over that. Tell me, what is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months? What is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months? Please tell me, what is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months? Most of the time they do whatever you want, though. Hopefully the good ones. We're trying to manifest the good ones coming true and the bad ones not coming true. All right, please tell me, what is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months? What did you order? Yeah, mini in-depth reading. All right. 3 months is kind of a lot for mini in-depth reading. What is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months? What is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months, please? Shit. You got spiritual growth and gifts. So you're asking about love and career and what the fuck was the other thing you said? Financial, which is like the same thing. And you got spiritual and gifts. So the angels are like, fuck you. You want love and career, you get spiritual. I'm just teasing. All right, please tell me what is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months. That's just kind of hilarious. It's like Nick asking what guys are coming towards him because he's gay and he ends up with a bunch of fucking women coming towards him. I'm done. I'm just reading the cards and don't shoot the messenger for real. What is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months? What is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months? Passion. Ooh. She's going to get something going on. What is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months? Destiny. Oh. I heard doo-doo. I hear like alien. I'm hearing X-Files music. Do 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 do. I don't know how to sing it fucking right. Alright. Please tell me what is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months. Clarifying spiritual growth, please. Clarifying spiritual growth. Oh, I think all this came out. Clarifying spiritual growth, please. Clarifying spiritual growth. Ooh. We have a beauty queen. The energy is coming through that your physical growth is like you improving your physical self is helping you to grow spiritually. They're saying that specifically. Clarify gifts. Clarify gifts, please. Clarify gifts. Clarify gifts, please. Clarify gifts. There we go. Mature one. Either you're getting gifts or the gift is a mature woman. Clarify travel. We have career. Yep, Nisha's going on a trip with her job. Jobby job. Clarifying passion. Clarifying passion. Clarifying passion. my gosh. Clarifying passion, please. Clarifying passion. Do it. True love. Hell yeah, Nusha's gonna get some true love. Clarifying destiny. Clarifying destiny, please. I don't know. No, I don't want to. Can we get something like better description? Or maybe one. Clarify destiny, please. Clarify destiny. Short term. Okay. Wasn't feeling the last card. Last cards. We have young female. What's under it? Ice Queen. Past life, or it's like knowing deja vu. Control according in. Okay. Please tell me what is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months. What is coming up? You asked for career and love, and you got spiritual too. So it looks like you got a little bit of everything going on here. Please tell me what is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months. I don't know. Let me clarify. Please tell me what is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months. Please. 4. Clarifying Beauty Queen. We have the Power Reverse, clarifying Mature Woman. We have Two of Wands, clarifying Career. Seven of Pentacles Reverse, clarifying True Love. We have the Knight of Swords, clarifying Short Term. We have the King of Swords. Please tell me what is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months. The Saggy Wadgy. Clarifying the Tower in the reverse. We have the King of Pentacles reverse. That's the one that just fell out. It was funny because it came out reversed, and then I turned it around and put it back in, and then I shuffled the card. And now it's back out in reverse. Clarifying the Two of Wands. The Moon in the reverse. Clarifying the Seven of Pentacles reverse. Eight of Wands reverse. It could potentially indicate flying. Clarifying the Knight of Swords. Clarifying the King of Swords. Please tell me what is coming towards Noosh over the next 3 months. Clarifying the King of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Pentacles reverse. Clarifying the Moon in the reverse. We have Temperance reverse. Clarifying the Eight of Wands in the reverse. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Clarifying the Five of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. And clarifying the Six of Cups. We have Strength. On the bottom, we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Three of Cups. Six of Wands. Hierophant. Okay, why is Seven Swords? I was like, oh, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Okay, why is the Seven of Swords here? Five of Wands. You're trying to strategize on how you can come out of conflict. Now, come out of conflict, come out of defeat. And it could have something to do with a car or traveling somewhere. Some kind of injustice. Nine of Pentacles reverse, wanting to become more self-sufficient and independent. And something to do with the Queen of Cups. That could be, that's why they said the Gemini. Have you been talking to Patrick at all? What the hell? He shows up as a girl. All right, let's see. Spiritual growth, beauty queen. Yeah, so they're saying that you're shining, you're growing spiritually. They're saying financially, work related, it feels like you're trying to stop a tower from falling. And they're saying, because you're working really hard, you're working on yourself, but you're working and not making any progress. And I feel like it's might be talking about financially because the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, but it's something material. Now, I do feel like you are growing, improving physically, like in your physical body. I don't feel like it's just that unless you're feeling like that. I feel like you're actually improving. Maybe I feel like it's a lot of work and it's not maybe worth it, but it is worth it. And I do encourage you to keep going, but I do feel like this could be work related. It says you're going to be getting some kind of gifts where you're going to have to make a huge life decision with a Two of Wands. And either they're saying there's some kind of secret going to be revealed, or it's like a releasing of fears. This does feel like it's coming pretty soon. Well, obviously 3 months. But they're saying there's like a lack of balance or something. And then they're saying that, what is it? I'm like asking them. They're saying a lack of balance. But also it can indicate an inability or a refusal to compromise, a lack of compromise. Maybe you'll be feeling in that way. It's a Sagittarius card too, so it's definitely you. And then it's saying that you're going to be traveling for a job. Either you're going, it doesn't really, it is implying that you potentially could be getting a new job. But it's saying the Seven of Pentacles talks about giving up and then like reassessing. It's like you planted a seed and you're waiting for it to grow, and it's just like, fuck, this seed sucks. It's like starts growing and caterpillars fucking eat all the leaves, and you're like, ah, shit, I gotta replant a seed. So you gotta go and you gotta plant a new seed. Now, Eight of Wands can be air travel. It is in reverse. It can talk about delays, and it would indicate maybe getting upset or you're not taking action is causing the delay. And but it can be an advancement, which could be brought on by traveling. Say like you had to travel to go take a class for your job or something like that. So it doesn't necessarily mean like I have no Ace of Pentacles here. I have no aces for anything. So it does not mean 100% that you're getting a new job. Just letting you know, it could be just some kind of advancement or some kind of shift or change in your job, and this would be required. But also traveling can talk about a vacation. So if you're either could be traveling or you could be having a vacation from your job. That could be what it's trying to say as well. All right. If that's not it, you're going to know which one it is. You're going to feel it. All right. So we have passion, chemistry, passionate, getting laid from a new true love, pure love, honest connection you're having coming towards you. This person is going to give you a love offer. The signs I have associated is we have air and water and Taurus. So it's a love situation that could be caused from, maybe there could be, there's like an abandonment energy. So it's almost like, it almost feels like you abandoned this person or you gave up on it and then they're coming running at your ass with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Those are two knights. They're forward movement. They're pretty fast moving. And then with Destiny, let's talk about, chance, something that's meant to be, luck, short term, which it can mean something is short term, but it feels more like an ending. It could indicate an ending, but also it could be indicating something coming in quickly. And that could be with something to do with this King of Swords. King of Swords is technically Aquarius Capricorn. Could be somebody that you know in the past, or it could just be implying that you have a past life with them, and person could be kind, nostalgia, children could be involved. And then it's talking about strength. I kind of do have to clarify strength. Eight of Cups. There's like an inability or difficulty when it comes to walking away. It could be Patrick because we got the Magician here. If I find the Magician. Yep, Page of Pentacles. Clarify King of Swords. Who are you? Ace of Cups. I don't know, but it does feel like you. It feels like there could be more than one person. And as you get involved with other people, I feel like Patrick is coming in. To be honest with you. Yeah, so looks like you might end up making a change. Yeah, but you will. Are you doing a lot of are you lifting or are you doing mostly cardio? I would suggest, especially if you want to do things to improve your metabolism, doing more lifting than cardio. For some people, cardio and I'm not going to get too much into it because I'm not into like criticizing people physically, but because of the middle section, that can indicate a stimulation of cortisol being bigger, and the stress hormone. Typically, cardio can trigger that more than lifting. So I would suggest if you want to improve to do more lifting. Kickboxing is fun, but it is a little bit more cardio like. I'm not saying you should stop kickboxing, but maybe you could do it a little bit less, do lifting, or you can improve more by doing lifting. You're kind of doing lifting when I see you doing things like medicine balls and stuff like that. But and then obviously not taking in any excess carbs, at least at first, and making sure you're drinking plenty of water and not taking in too much salt. I'm glad I'm cracking you up. I try to be goofy for you. So, and also if you haven't, make sure your supplements are good. Make sure you're getting plenty of supplements. If you want a list of what I take or just any suggestions of what is working for me, you can DM me and I'll send you a list. Yeah, lifting. That's going to tone your shit, okay? While it's fun to beat the shit out of things, sometimes it's important that we do, the lifting. We have strength training. I improve by lifting, even though, like I said, it's a lot of fun to beat the shit out of things. I have enjoyed that very much in the past, and I would probably enjoy to do some more in the future. But it could be something that you're doing more for fun than for your exercise. Yeah, but a lot of times when people only hit they come into a dead end, when it comes to their fitness, then usually lifting helps to improve the situation. And it's a little bit less stressful. Okie dokie. Now it is Katarina's turn. Go ahead and post your question, Katarina. We have Carla. Okay. And you're after Katarina, Carla, with a mini reading. it's not your turn yet. It's Katarina's turn, but you can have your turn shortly after Katarina, Carla. And I will need for you to post first names and sun signs for their question, just so you know. But hold off on your question until it's your turn. It's going to be pretty shortly. Oh, Lord. What you ask? Any death reading? All right. I'm going to try these ones cards and see if they tell me anything. They're ones that Dee just got me. She got me like a bunch of cards. Alright, please tell me, angels, what nice things do you have to say about Katarina? They want to hear... Katarina wants to hear what you like about her. What are the positive things you like about Katarina? Yeah, you still should be important for you to validate yourself. So, what makes Katarina special? What what do you feel? She wants your opinion. What makes her special? Please tell me what makes Katarina special. I'm not taking reversals. What makes Katarina special? Please tell me what makes Katarina special. Please tell me what makes Katarina special. I'm not going to flip them over yet. I'm going to get distracted. What makes Katarina special? Doesn't matter. Let's reverse rotate. What makes Katarina special? They're already answering. What makes Katarina special? They are saying, okay, I'm going to go ahead and before I turn, what I'm saying could actually be in the cards. But what I'm hearing is that you have a capability to be very self-disciplined. And when you have like a belief or a purpose or something, you're very capable of not being tempted to give in to your beliefs in order like to compromise your own beliefs and your like you have ability to be authentic. Do you have Leo in your chart? But there's some kind of energy of you wanting to stay true to your path, to spirituality, to what you believe in. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I saw your message, by the way, and I'm not talking to you, to the person who is listening. I saw it, and I appreciate your message, and I will look at it later. All right, Exorcist. I'm going to keep this. We have Lover. We have Artist. Servant. Priest. And Detective. I'm going to clarify them. I am going to pull a couple pull cards with this, but I do have to pull tarot. Please tell me what makes Katarina special. What makes Katarina special, please? What makes Katarina special? What makes Katarina special, please? What makes Katarina special? What makes Katarina special? There we go. It's on the bottom. Okay. Bottom says, Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? This one says, the correct order. They're saying that your guidance is divinely guided. The initiation, a rite of passage, crossing the threshold. And then it says, Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. With Lover, it says, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. I feel like that is what I was saying. The appreciation, a great passion and devotion. And I feel like that it's not just to love and like a romantic love, but to whatever you're feeling passionate about in general. Then we have Artist. It says, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. However, what is really resonating with this, what it's saying, is expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses. And when I was talking about that, it's like you're capable. Part of what makes you special is your capability to even sense those the things beyond the five senses. That's what they're highlighting in that. Then we have servant, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. So it's like, but they're also saying when you serve others, you're doing it with a free and loving heart, not necessarily expecting to receive anything in return, which is the ultimate way to express true unconditional love. Is when you give of yourself, you're not doing it to receive anything. You're just doing it because you're happy to be able to give in general, which is that is the right way, the right thing to do. But it says you delight in serving others. If anything, the reward is that it just makes you happy in general to help others. We have Priest. It says facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So, and I mentioned this before, you are capable of channeling spirit and receiving guidance from spirit, and that is part of the reason why with your purpose they're wanting you to become like very good at controlling yourself, being very good at like mastering yourself. So they're wanting you to master your emotions, your vibration. They're wanting you to be able to have a high vibration. So because you have to be vibrating highly in order to communicate and channel spirit. If you're in a fearful state, you can't. You just can't. Because the divine is high vibrating, and what connects us to the divine is being in a high vibrational state. If you're in a low vibrational state, you will only connect with low vibrating beings. You have to come into alignment with whatever we're trying to communicate with. So we have Detective, and you got this before, I feel like, in your purpose reading, didn't you? And it says great powers of observation and intuition, right? Desire to seek out the truth. That's what makes you special. You're very observative. You're very observant. I can't talk. Very observant. You're observing things. You're able to observe and follow your intuition. And with the affecting energy being exorcist, is freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. I feel like this is your affecting energy, most likely your purpose. This is your purpose. It's to free people of destructive impulses or just destructive. It could be energies, situations, things like that. please tell me what makes Katarina so special. Please tell me about what makes Katarina so special. What makes Katarina so special? Please tell me what makes Katarina so special. Clarifying lover. We have the Ten of Cups. Clarifying the artist. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed. Clarifying servant. We have the Two of Swords reversed. Clarifying priest. We have the Chariot and clarifying detective. We have the Moon in the reverse. What makes Katarina so special? Clarifying the Ten of Cups. We have the King of Cups reversed. Clarifying the Three of Pentacles reversed. We have the Page of Wands reversed. Clarifying the Two of Swords in the reverse. We have the Chariot. We have the Three of Swords reversed. Clarifying the Chariot. I'm trying to get ahead of myself. We have the Magician. Clarifying the Moon in the reverse. We have the Empress. I was like already looking at what I was doing next instead of saying what I was saying. What makes Katarina so special, please? Clarifying the King of Cups in the reverse. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Clarifying the Page of Wands in the reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles. Clarifying the Three of Swords in the reverse. We have the Hanged Man reversed. Clarifying the Magician. We have the Four of Pentacles. And clarifying the Empress in the reverse. We have the Eight of Cups. I'm going to make room for these. I guess I'll stick them over here somewhere or something. On the bottom, we have the World. The World is the card of leveling up, right? Learning lessons, going into the next phase. Ten of Wands reversed. It talks about, and when you do that, they're saying that you shed, I don't know why they're saying this stuff in this way, but we're just go with it. But we have the World, and it's talking about, they're saying specifically about you when you level up, and they're showing the Ten of Wands, you releasing or shedding away, kind of, they're saying a skin, like a snake, but like the skin is like symbolic of a burden, the previous burden of the previous lessons is what they're saying. Knight of Cups reversed. King of Swords reversed. They're saying that these are what you're shedding. Okay. And then it's saying, as a result, you become more emotionally mature. You're the King of Cups in this scenario. All right, what is she shedding? The Knight of Cups reversed, which is, the Knight of Cups can be like drama. King of Swords reversed, confusion. The Ace of Cups reversed is like a blocked heart chakra, blocked emotions. This is what they're saying that you're shedding away. So the Lover, and they're saying that, okay, so you know how the Lover was saying that, I don't remember exactly what it says, I can't read it from here, but it says great passion and devotion. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Saying currently you're not working and making any progress in this situation, but yeah, with the King of Cups coming out twice, this is you. So this is your energy. One's in the upright, one's in the reverse, and this is part of the lesson that you're trying to get to. This is where you're going. They're saying this is your goal. And where you're headed is emotional fulfillment. And they're saying that this passion, this devotion is, and to whatever you're feeling passionate about is what emotionally fulfills you. But currently you're feeling unfulfilled because you are not making any progress towards your passion. Then artist expressing, it says expressing a dimension of the beyond, just beyond the 5 sentence, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Three of Pentacles reversed, just talk about a lack of stability, a lack of cooperation. Page of Wands. So they're saying in the sense of this, that currently, I feel like it's saying that your current energy is like you're not doing very well with this. This is something that you're capable of doing, but you're not there. So, but they're saying you will be, but right now there's like a lack of, because they're saying collaboration. So there's a lack of cooperation, teamwork with spirit, because I do feel like that you are, if I look over here, it probably is talking about, yeah, the moon in the reverse. So in the areas where it's talking about you gaining, you're using your intuition, it is saying that it's not that it's blocked, it's just it's not fully developed. They're saying as you shed these things away, this will grow. But they're saying that part of it is that you are not feeling, there could be a lack of inspiration. There's like a lack of a spark because of a deep feeling of lack. They're saying that you're feeling disconnected. You're not feeling connected to the universe very, very well. And you're feeling very alone. You're feeling isolated. You're feeling disconnected from source. But they are saying specifically that is because your vibration is still low. You still have to learn how to master your vibration. And that's why they're continuously encouraging you to do this. So you can come out of this energy and start getting closer and closer to working towards reaching your full potential. And then we have servant. It says delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Two of Swords reversed. And they're saying that as you do this, there's like things that you learn when you do this. You learn different lessons. I feel like maybe by helping people, you could be learning lessons by watching other people experiencing those lessons. It does help you to come out of indecision. This is so Libra-esque, but it helps you to come out of indecision and also helps you to heal your past and to gain wisdom, even though the hangman is in the reverse. They're saying the reason why the hangman is currently in the reverse because there's something that you're still not getting when it comes to this. It could be the lack of awareness, that knowing maybe you're not sure if, because the Two of Swords is here, if you should even do some of these things. But they're saying that it's good to do these things. You should be doing them without necessarily expectation of receiving anything, because that is part of your purpose, is your job. A lot of people, I think, like in the things that I do, I have done, where I give of myself freely and without expecting to receive anything ever in return. A lot of people question it. They don't believe that it's true. They don't believe that a person can really be like that, because everybody's usually wanting something. But there's like things that you're supposed to be learning when you do these things. And when you get like, I'm trying to explain it. This is something, it's something we should do. We're setting also an example. So you're not necessarily always doing it for yourself, because you're showing people how to be. You're an example. We lead through example, so that is part of it. And I feel like that could be part of like why. Maybe the why is what you're not quite getting. Sometimes it's just what should be done. We lead through example. It's part of just doing the right thing, because you're a good person. You should just do the right thing, not necessarily to feel inferior or to, a lot of people, they do it to feel like they're virtue signaling or something. But it doesn't mean that you should not always highlight it publicly. Sometimes you're not always meant to do that, and also the right people will see the work that you're doing. But you're not supposed to let that bother you. You should just do it, even if, regardless of people. And then they're saying there's also the energy of you feeling like sometimes they're saying you're going to be doing a lot of helping people one person at a time. And I think I've told this to you about the starfish thrower story, where it matters to that one person just because it seems like the situation is hopeless because you don't feel like you can make a difference because you're only helping or doing something one person at a time. It does not mean that we should do it again. And the energy you should be taking into it would be, like I've said previously, I don't know if you remember it, the art of washing dishes. If you ever think about all the dishes that you've ever washed and all the dishes that you ever will wash, it's easy to become overwhelmed, when the true reality is that you have to stay present in the moment. The only thing that really exists is the present moment, and only washing one dish at a time. And that, in fact, is not actually very difficult at all. So if you stay centered on your task through your purpose, is what they're saying, then it will be very easy to move forward and keep moving forward without feeling overwhelmed or exhausted or anything like that. Because you just move forward. You don't think about it, to be honest with you. You don't think about what you have to do. You don't think about what you've done when it comes to like how difficult something has been. And you just be in the moment. And then it's actually very easy. That's how I stay. And I actually do a lot of really, like, I do a lot of things where it seems like a lot of tedious tasks. This is a very good thing to do. It's like a good energy to be in when you're trying to be doing tedious tasks that seem very difficult. However, they'd also like to highlight that just because it seems like you're only helping one person, you never know. One person is perfectly capable of changing the entire world. And I do have evidence for that. And I will talk about you with that privately sometime if you want to. But because I have actually done it and I just don't take credit for it. And that's why I don't want to talk about it publicly. But I'm currently doing that. But on a very large scale, it's like showing up on TikTok in society. So, and it's not about always taking credit. It's the fact that you're helping people and you're helping to change, and you can make that change. You just have to, like I said, the art of watching, just stay present, keep moving forward, and not really getting discouraged or thinking that, am I making a difference or anything? You don't think about that. You just keep doing it. You just keep doing what you're meant to be doing. And they're saying as you keep moving forward and pushing forward, you'll start to understand things and you'll start to see the different perspectives and you'll start understanding and growing. And then that's going to help you to heal. And that's going to help you to move forward to reach this goal with the world, to reach that leveling up, that and shedding away of these other things that they're talking about here. All right. So we have the priest. So, as I was saying, you are a person who is meant to be communicating with spirit, and through this communication, through this, and that is why they're trying to get you to raise your vibration. And so you can be this detective energy, because that's part of your purpose, is to be able to help people. There's going to be certain people that you're going to be helping, and at the time, in the moment that you're in it, you're not going to know that this is the person that you're going to help and it's going to like make a huge difference in this world. You're not going to know it until later, and sometimes you may not even know until after you're dead. Like you may not even know in your life the effect that you're going to have on the people and the seeds that you're going to be planting. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do them. You don't think about the reward. You don't think about, you just do what you should do. This is part of your purpose. But with the priest is saying that it's what you're supposed to do. But however, part of what you're doing, there is reward. Spirit does reward us for doing these tedious tasks. They're saying arduous. They're saying they spirit rewards you for doing these things, and that reward comes in a higher vibration, clear communication, not being confused, and know exactly where you're going, and you get rewarded financially, spiritually, emotionally. It's a very emotionally fulfilling life. And I told you, they're showing me 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. This is what your purpose, like you're meant to go down that path. However, it does come with a bit of difficult. You're kind of like the hermit. You're walking around with a freaking lantern. You can't see that far in front of you at first. It's difficult at first, but you keep pushing forward and you make it through. But they're saying that they're explaining to me with a priest card how you're going to be doing that with the chariot, and that is having controlled forward balanced movement, which is important to you, especially as being a Libra. With the magician, they're talking about you being a master manifester, and through these things reaching enlightenment. They're highlighting this this spiral here on her head, um, and the spiral is here as well. And they're talking about the wheel of fortune. They're saying all these things, and the swan here, which is a symbol of enlightenment. And they're highlighting these locks here, and being able to move forward in this way and master these things, mastering yourself. It will, they're saying, remove these locks, which is the Four of Pentacles, which the Four of Pentacles is greed. But it is also a four, which is about stability, you know. But they're saying that this energy will be unlocked, and then the pentacles will get bigger. So I'm trying to understand the way they're saying something weird to me. Yeah, as you master these things, this will become unlocked, and that's what with the upgrade. Okay, but they're saying also you have to learn to get out of this vibration of, when you have the vibration of greed, and that is a vibration of lack. So you don't want to have that in order to manifest money. And there's people in your life that will guilt you for having money. Don't feel guilty for having money. You have to, deep down that any money that you make is going to benefit other people. You're going to be able to do a lot of good with your money. You're not somebody, if anybody wants to be upset about anybody having money, it would be, I don't know, corrupt people or something. But you're not that person. And there's a lot of good. You deserve to have a lot of money. So don't allow anybody to ever guilt you for having money, because you will have a lot of money. I don't know how much money you have now, but you're going to have whatever you have now. You're going to have, like, I don't know, like 100 times more than what you currently have. But we have detective, great powers of observation, and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. That is also there to them. Your desire to seek out the truth is extremely important. Being truthful and honest and authentic is going to be very important to you, or it has done in the past. Now, they're saying as you do this, that they're following your intuition. You're going to be in your purpose, revealing secrets, uncovering secrets, not only spiritually, but like when in your work. And the Empress in the reverse. Let's see. They're saying there's currently not any growth and expansion, but it will lead to growth and expansion. And they're saying with the Eight of Cups, something about you finding yourself emotionally. Again, the swan's being highlighted, which is about enlightenment. So that is what you're capable of. I'm sure there might be a little bit more, but that's all that we have room for today. Hopefully it was enough. Anyway, so now it is Carla's turn. Go ahead and post your question, Carla. It is your turn. I hope you saved this video. I didn't talk my ass off in your readings tonight. You better save this bitch and come back and watch it a few hundred times. I swear to God, I get tired of repeating the same shit to you. I still love you, but still, goddamn. But both your readings were really deep. Spirit's getting deep on your ass today. That was like a lot of channeling. I just channeled my ass off. I should charge you extra. Oh, God. My brain. Carla. Are you here, Carla? Make sure you post your question with your first name, their first name, both of your sun signs. You're welcome, Katarina. It does help me to know what I'm getting into with you. and your questions and your I do want you to know that even though I I do work extra hard on your readings, that I know that it is for a good purpose, and that's why I continue to do so without complaint, or at least very minimal complaint. I'm not going to say I do complain a little bit. I think what I complain about the most is when I have to bitch at you so fucking much. I hate bitching at people. I don't, even though I can be a bitch, doesn't mean I enjoy it. All right, here we go. I want to know how Gerardo currently feels. I think you're saying feels about Carla. I'm going to assume you're saying feels and not fees. This is a mini reading. Please tell me, what is Gerardo currently feeling about Carla? What is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla? What is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla? I feel like that is like weird. I feel like this is like moved or something. There. I think it's better. I feel like it's like running away from me. What is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla, please? And what is your signs? He's an Aquarius and you're a Cancer. What is Gerardo's current feelings? He's an Aquarius. I follow that shit. Pluto moving into Aquarius. Please tell me. It'll be interesting to read this. Please tell me, what is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla? What are you doing to make the air purifier turn on, Margot? Little puppy. What are you doing? Did you fart or something? Why would my air purifier turn on? It's like senses things in the air. So it turned up on me. It should say there's some kind of stinky smell. And I didn't do it. Are you ashamed of yourself? She's like looking at me so funny. He's like, what is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla? We have the 9 of Wands. What is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla? King of Swords. There he is. Clarify. Please tell me, what is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla? What is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla? King of Cups. Well, he loves you. I think it could be him. I feel like it is. What is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla? I was clarifying the issue, but... what is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla? Clarifying the 9 of Wands. We have the Moon. Clarifying the King of Swords. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Clarifying the 4 of Wands in the reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Clarifying the King of Cups. We have the 8 of Cups. Clarifying the 10 of Cups in the reverse. We have the Sun in the reverse. What is Gerardo's current feelings towards Carla? Clarifying the Moon. Clarifying the Moon, please. We have the High Priestess. Clarifying the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Clarifying the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. Clarifying the 8 of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands, clarifying the Sun in the reverse. We have the Emperor reversed. On the bottom, we have the Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 3 of Wands reversed, 9 of Cups, Death. No, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups reversed. Are you both single? Is somebody in a relationship with someone else? Okay. So, okay, oh no, you're Cancer. This is you. You're persevering. What is this? Secrets. Clarifying. What is the secret? Saying that you're persevering in the situation. You feel like you're working and not making any progress. So either you actually feel this way or he thinks that you're feeling this way. Because we are asking his feelings, so it could very well be that. But it is talking about you, and it's saying that you're working and not making any progress, but I guess his perception is that you are not giving up. You're wounded, but you're not giving up. And it's like a secretive energy. And maybe that you're spying on him. Is he in a relationship with another person? Are you in a relationship with another person, or are you together? That's what I need to understand so I can read this question, this cards properly. All right, so King of Swords, this is him, and this is him. The Knight of Pentacles is about, it is about being self-sufficient, independent, and stressing the independent part. With the 10 of Pentacles, it can indicate either like an ending of a long-term commitment or an inherited burden. And the 9 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this is something that he is, so he feels like, even though it seems like there's a lot of thinking, but he feels independent, right, and successful, and he is ending something long term, and he's removing limitations and restrictions with the Devil energy in the reverse. So he's removing something. If, like, it could be like if you were together and you broke up. A lot of times this is a breakup cards, you know. Either, this is his energy, so it's either implying that he has broken up with you or with someone else recently, or wanting to do that. The 4 of Wands in the reverse. Let's see, 9 of Cups reversed. The Ace of Wands reversed. The Knight of Cups reversed. There's like an energy here of him feeling like if he were to come toward you and communicate something to express his passions, that maybe he could get caught, or it could be because the 4 of Wands can indicate like a private celebration. So a private celebration would like be you and this person just getting together one-on-one to fool around or something. Okay. So it's saying that this can indicate a confession, but I don't think so. I think that he thinks about it. I feel like that he is still attracted to you sexually. I will say that, and he's trying to suppress it. I feel like that, no, he could perceiving with what you're saying, the situation is him ending the connection with you, but I mean, it is the 10 of Pentacles, which I would be more inclined to believe that it would be the ex that he had that with, but it's implying that he's feeling independent from anybody with this. And I'm seeing him with the King of Cups. I feel like this is his energy. Do you know the sign of the ex? If it's this, then it might be something like that. Either can we applying that either him. This is Pisces energy, but I mean Aquarius is next to Pisces, and sometimes they pick up their neighboring energies. But this can indicate someone's walking away, either walking away from something emotionally that no longer is serving them. It is saying this person is now, I feel like that they're trying to figure out, this person, he feels like he is not sure what will make him happy. He's not sure. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know. So now he's trying to go off and find himself to figure out what he does want. I don't feel like he knows what he wants, to be honest with you. find the Sun in the reverse. Yeah, see, Two of Swords, he don't know what he wants. He doesn't feel like he knows enough information. That's why her eyes are blindfolded, because she doesn't feel like she knows enough information. And so, but she has a decision, the Two of Swords, that she's trying to make, right? The swords are thoughts. So she's trying to make this decision, or he, technically. I'm just saying she because of the person being depicted on the card. But they're trying to make a decision, but they don't feel like they know enough information. And even the moon is being highlighted, and it could be an emotionally decision with this. So this person doesn't know. So they're going off to go find themselves emotionally, try to figure out what they actually do want. And yeah, it is talking about a third party. He does want to have a new beginning. I feel like that he has been too busy focusing on the losses that he's incurred instead of what could be. So he's got these lessons that he's learning. He's trying to learn how to heal himself and everything. So to me, I would just let him do that. But eventually, if he takes too much time sitting on this fence, then you might as well just move on. Scorpio? Yeah, it could be the Scorpio. And with that, because the but I do feel like it's same, he doesn't know what he still wants. But that still applies. But the Scorpio could have walked away. It felt like a little bit of everybody's energy. Hey, Wenu, how are you doing? Are you getting a reading? Otherwise, I'm going to log off. You're welcome, Carla. Yep, there we go. There's Wenu. That answered my question. All right, never mind. Go ahead. All right, thank you. Go ahead and post your question when it's your turn. And I have Wenu down for a mini in-depth reading. Yeah, I remember. I know your name. I've been reading for you for a long time. All right. This bed. Thank you for putting your attention up. Has Mad given up on the connection with you? Let's see. Please tell me, has Mad given up on the connection with Wenu? Yes or no? Has Mad given up on the connection with Wenu? Yes or no? Please tell me, has Mad given up on the connection me, has Matt given up on the connection with when you? Yes or no? Has Matt given up on the connection with when you? Yes or no? Has Matt given up on the connection with when you? Yes or no? Yes and no. It says both. Yes and no. So let me clarify it and try to figure out what the heck it's talking about. Alright, please tell me about Mad with when you. Belinda Carlisle. I don't know if you know that song. Alright. About Mad with when you, clarifying the King of Swords. We have Judgment, clarifying the Sun. We have the Eight of Swords, clarifying the Three of Wands. In the reverse, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Clarifying Temperance in the reverse, we have the Moon in the reverse. Clarifying the Empress in the reverse, we have the Ace of Cups reversed. I'm just telling you what it says. Clarifying the Judgment. Four of Swords reverse, clarifying the Eight of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. In the reverse, we have the Fool reverse, clarifying the Moon. In the reverse, we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Ace of Cups. In the reverse, we have the Three of Swords reversed. On the bottom, we have the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles in the reverse, the Tower reversed, the Five of Cups reversed. We have the World. Use these pink cards for you. Oops, dropping them. You asked, maybe you should not set boundaries under the condition if he's given up or not. Alright, please tell me about Mad with when you. Tell me what's the connection between Mad and you. Clarifying, there we go, the Four of Swords. We have Mask. Clarifying Mask. Clarifying Mask, please. We have Sword and Rose. Clarifying the Nine of Cups. In the reverse, we have Gate. Clarifying Gate. We have Axe. Clarifying the Fool in the reverse. We have the Golden Mirror. Clarifying the Golden Mirror. We have Keys on a Ring. Clarifying the Ten of Cups in the reverse. We have Heartbroken. Clarifying Heartbroken. We have Kisses. Clarifying the Three of Swords in the reverse. We have Lightning. Clarifying Lightning. Clarifying Lightning. We have Ascending. On the bottom, we have Snake. So there's another person. So, I mean, it's saying, no, he's not, he has not The cards say no. Like, all of the cards are in, there's the no position here. However, I cannot ignore that the sun is here. The sun means yes in a yes or no question. So this is a maybe in a way, but it's like yes and no. Yes, he has moved on, and no, he has not. That's just the way it is. It's just what it says. Let me just talk about it. So it is saying that overall, the main answer is no. Okay. However, yes, he has limited thoughts. He is dating other people. So physically, it would appear that he has moved on, even though he's having this Eight of Swords energy. So he's having limited thoughts. He's feeling codependent. Okay. So he's dating other people because he's feeling codependent. He's feeling emotionally unfulfilled. He is not happy, and he's relying on others to receive happiness. This isn't. What is this? You are Libra. He's Pisces. Okay. Good. Pisces. Libra. Okay. 2, 3, 4. This is you. Let's see. He's trying to think logically. He does think that maybe later he could renew the connection. So, but for the most part, he's trying to move on from the connection currently, consciously thinking. This is what he's consciously thinking. I am moving on from the connection. But maybe someday, if I don't get what I want here, I will keep you in my back pocket as an option. Okay? He's got other options, got many options. The decision, his intentions is to string you along. Okay? This is involving, I feel like it could be both of you. This is narcissistic and tendencies here. So this is repeating a karmic lesson that he's going through. All right, I'm trying to understand with the pull and the reverse. It's implying that, I don't know if there's some kind of waiting involved in the connection with you. I don't know if there's like, because there's tired of distance, and there's an energy of impatience, but it's saying that he has decided it's like he's losing patience and he's heartbroken. So he does still care about you. He is still grieving your connection. And he still loves you unconditionally. He does feel that he could have had ultimate happiness with you, but they're making it seem like your conditions is what's contributing to your inability to be together. Maybe it's distance or something. But currently, he's not feeling like there's any growth or expansion. I do feel like that he feels like you could reconcile, and there could be. He's hoping that you will reconcile and you have love for him later and maybe do that. And the lightning is like the tower, and then ascend, and then come into union. So he is currently repeating like a karmic lesson. And so part of him is saying to himself, I am moving on from this connection. However, someday I may come back and try to do something with this connection later if whatever I got going on doesn't work out. And that is your true answer. He is in a greedy vibration currently. So. some questions are not necessarily black and white. So you have to decide if you're going to continue to move forward and be an option. I think that I would feel that the next logical action for you would be to place boundaries and to move forward. It was implying that he was dating other people. Well, he is a freaking Pisces. Of course, he's wishy-washy. That's what Pisces men do best. That and he's a Pisces, all right? There's like two things you can count on a Pisces man to do. Be wishy-washy and to come back fucking 10 years later and try to get back with you. That's what they do. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And I will be back here tomorrow on Saturday. And I am going to talk to you guys later. And I hope you all have a wonderful day or night. God bless.